Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show as we move on to our second match. And what I have to admit, Keith, the first match, banger. Second match, I expect to be pretty good as well. It's going to be Swedish Canadians versus Morning Light. Two teams that have had some serious roster reformations lately. Of course, it's hurt their performances. Can't deny that. But they are restoring, they are practicing, they are working on their flaws, and they're only getting better. And this time, instead of nuke, it will be overpass, Keith. That is the fight. That's the fight map for this matchup. What are your initial thoughts, Keith?
Well, it's another 1-1 matchup, so you don't want to go 1-2 too early. I'm imagining both these teams going to be fighting pretty hard. If I had to pick a team, Roy, I don't know. I did see Wolfie typing in chat how he has to fly back home eventually sometime soon, so I don't know how that's going to affect Swedish Canadians. Yeah. So that's kind of a big blow to this team. Morning Light, I mean, you have Wrath and Tex and Rico. All players can kind of pop off. And I think Wrath is nuts. So
He is.
I don't know. If he's having a game, how do you stop him? It's going to take more than one-on-ones to win it. So I don't know. And both teams are really good on overpass. So I think this is a perfect middle ground, really.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, even to beyond just Wrath, right? Like, we kind of have to talk about Tex. This man is an absolute monster. Like, this guy is actually a beast. And if I'm seeing this correctly, I think the knife round's already started. So we can go ahead and kick it to the action, Mel. Bring it on, and let's see this unfold, Keithster.
This is an interesting one. I'm a big fan of Swedish Canadians. They've been on a bit of a tear lately. Different players in and out, but Joel, Zach, Wolfie, Battery, Austin is what we get tonight. Morning Light, of course, Rico, Tex, Swisher, Jitter, and Wrath. And these two teams in NA have been on the up and up, but then also on the down, and then coming back up. This one to me kind of like settles, because the gap in the ranks is 50 places. I really don't think the gap between these two teams is 50 places from 100th to 50th. I don't think it's that big of a gap. So I think this is going to be a true test, a good middle ground to kind of see where both these teams lie in comparison to each other.
Yeah, I'm actually always down for that. I almost feel like every single time I watch these teams in Winners League, I get closer and closer to figuring out where they are on the power spectrum and on the standings list. But for now, it is going to be Morning Light on the TT side with Swedish Canadians on the T side. Double set of utilities for the Swedish Canadians. One for Austin, Smoke Molotov, and Vec rocking the Smoke double flashes. Seeing this correctly, it is going to be a new smoke, Heaven Smoke.
Huh. Interesting. That's kind of wild. That's cool. Outside Monster, Heaven Smoke right here. He's been out of the game for a while. I haven't seen that. Swisher gonna get the first Tex. Wolf, how does he get two there? Wrath gets involved with his USP. Morning Lighter just locking them out. Wrath is gonna find two. Wrath shots and Tex shots were wild. As Morning Light pick up a pistol, but that execute from the Swedish Canadians, I really do appreciate.
It's actually really unlucky too, because Wolfie, if he had gotten that kill in pit, that whole round would have been so different. But he got, like, that player in pit caught a glimpse of him, like a quarter of a second even before the flash came out. So as soon as he kind of had that lined up, it was kind of over. Now MP9 only good for two, so the extra SMG money is denied, but Jitter is there as well with his gun, and two will go to the rifle. So I guess not too bad. That's a positive. And Swedish Canadians now move on to the first gun round of the game. MP9 still here in play for Morning Light, as well as the ump for Jitter. Now, this is a bonus round, so to speak, right, for Morning Light. And I'm always curious to see what teams decide to do on these kind of rounds. Like, are they going to play standard, hold the crossfires on sight with the SMGs, right? That's viable. There's also, water aggression or connector setups that a lot of people have been running. Someone missed their monster smoke. That's... Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
Not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Give it a fair fight against Swisher. Smoke on mid-sight. Tex is going to flash over, and they're going to fight too short here. That nade just off the mark. Rico actually just found out. X comes in. A lot of dinks and damage, but not a single kill. Wrath with M4. And he, for sure, is going to back on out of this one, Roy. Going to try to save the M4. Perhaps give it over to Swisher, because everyone else could buy up next. But it's going to be interesting, because they're getting $1,400, Roy. So it's not like they're getting a lot of cash.
Yeah, it's going to be a toughie. 5 alive, though, for Canadians. It's almost a disaster for Morning Light, I feel. So with the save gun, Wrath can... Oh. Yeah, he still gets... Terrorists win. Wolfie, that is... that is so aggressive. They really wanted that gun out of their hands. I can see why, though.
I believe he just tried that, yeah.
I mean, I think it's the idea that if they get that gun out of their hands, right? Like, there's no way Morning Light will force up. But if they don't, then there's like a small chance that they will. Luckily for Swedish Canadians, this is going to be an eco. I mean, I say luckily very lightly, of course. It's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. But this will determine the early fate of this half, I feel. No, it's going to be Swedish Canadians who are looking... They're already up close and personal here on towards the short water area. Swisher looking to defend. He does have Tex jump spotting the monster pipe. And of course, there is a player. I think that's Rico in the heavens. They do have a bit of a double setup here. They can do pretty much speak everything. Swisher got this one and second one as well. And that's going to certainly make things much easier now for Morning Light as Swedish Canadians begin to move forward. But Tex also hitting a nice shot.
Saving those. Joel's and Beck. 2v4. Flank coming in from water. Joel figures it out. He maintains and finds the third. How is Joel's alive? It's Wrath with the carried over M4. He's got to commit this time. As soon as that resmoke comes out on mid-sight, it actually buys him space for him to jump out. He's going to take the chance. He's going to play on top of this road. Finds Vec. Low HP Joel, who's actually going to try to run it. And I bet Wrath walls bangs him. I bet he sprays him down. He's going to hear this.
No, he missed
he's
his
just going to rotate up. Yeah, he missed the timing. I think he gets beat here, though.
Yeah, I think it's because Wrath has to walk. Otherwise, he lets Joel's know which way he's rotating. But obviously, Joel's kind of knows. And he will not be able to get off the transition. It will be Wrath to eliminate him. Picks up the AK-47. And the eco for Morning Light is still functional. I mean, shout out to Swisher for the double opener. So those
did you see?
So
was
nice.
The first one captured on stream?
Yeah, both were.
Oh,
actually, wait, no, I don't. Sorry, I don't think the first one was.
The first one is when he was just walking around in the corner, and I swear he swung his hand to the right as hard as he could, probably hit or went off the mouse pad and hit an insane eagle flick on the first player.
Nuts.
Wasn't even fair, I swear. The pistols are bopping tonight.
Yeah, the Eagles, man, you can never discount them.
I swear, my first shot always misses. The second's nowhere to be found. So I don't know how these players mastered it. But that's what they play, and I don't. Wolfie. Good opening pick, as Jitter may be in some trouble. In fact, he's going to be applying some pressure. Just over peaks by a wee bit. So does get dinked, but that's a good frag. Morning Light taking some interesting duels.
This is getting very brawly. So early on, too. Now, Swedish Canadians having a man up with a minute left on the clock. I think they're just waiting to see what the reaction is here from Morning Light. Now, Texas moved forward in water. They've gained control. Rico's there as well. Only one player stands on the A site. He keeps jump spotting. They'll know he's here. He gets eliminated quickly. It's a problem. I almost feel like he needs 2 kills here on the entry before he dies to make it possible for the remaining team. He gets 1 immediately done. The flank is initiated right here between Tex and Rico. And 30 seconds left on the clock. Joel spots 1. I don't think he found the second one though. I don't think he caught a glimpse of the other player.
Wolfie. Good timing on this, he does. He finds Rico. And Tex will hear him run away. The smoke is to block off the long player. It's off the mark in and of itself. As Austin comes to the smoke, Tex won't expect him to be truck. Tex only plays really sticking this. He taps it back, starts getting shot in the back. Should be a freebie for Austin. Of course, it is. Swedish Canadians There we go. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Double save for some players on Morning Light. I think they buy here. Roy.
Yeah, you think they go for it?
Yeah, I think so. I think Wrath breaks
Wrath?
out like a hero. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the move.
Yup. And Swisher gets it. Swisher actually drops her rifle to one of his teammates. What a right?
There's homies, and then there's homies. It's all in the tone. I like this. Will it pay off, though? A flash in the water to allow Swedish Canadians to gain that control. Rat's going to be playing with Jitter towards bathrooms on A, and Swedish Canadians slow it down. I have a feeling they know this force buy is coming, Roy. I think they feel it.
Can I also say that every time I'm in Rico's position, I just get immediately domed? This is...
Yeah, that's a weird spot, isn't it?
It's obviously a strong position. It's just it's more and more pre-fired in check these days. But let's see. They have the double setup. I like that. Rico and Tex, they have that little double peek going for short 8.
How does Swisher throw flashes while someone's on his head? Might always get kicked back down.
It's because he's more to the right.
He's thought this through, where I clearly haven't.
Yep.
They are going to grab the bomb, and they look to be bringing it back to A with 30 seconds. Ooh, Wrath is going to be looking forward to this one. They just spotted and confirmed that they confirmed that, you know what, we are going to go. And the bomb can still come down to water in 60 seconds. They have to go. Jitter gets caught. Wrath has fallen all the way back. He had long and said now he's stuck. Utility's going to come in. Wrath does find that frag. That's a gun down if they can break out. Keep in mind an M4 was still in play until Vec finds it, and it's just Wrath alone with the hero op. He may even get pre-fired. They know where he is. They're going to hunt him. No kid either. Yeah, he's not getting out of here.
What a good hunt right there from Wolfie, not letting him get out of that position. So smart. Now they have nothing to work with in this round. As Swedish Canadians are looking for that, for the lead key for the first time this game. I don't think Morning Light have anything to work with here. Yeah, all USBs, a single flash for Tex. That is it. They're all aggressive. They're all grouped up towards the A site. Oh, man. They get caught by this clay right here.
Oh.
Got one
like
flash.
Are they just waiting to hear stuff that's supposed with a T? They're going to go now. Tex gets the flash over. It will blind them. Wolfie. P250 out. Vec got the gun cover. Yeah, they don't lose anyone. I like the idea for Morning Light, though, honestly. Kind of clean.
Yeah, not only that, but they actually delayed the flash even after they peaked. So I like that slight, a bit of a nuance right there. But it did not play a big factor in the round. Swedish Canadians, they have actually found the lead. And Morning Light, they will be on the buy right here, but it will be limited key. One, I don't see an op. That's going to hurt them. I don't see any kits as well. That might be a problem later on if the bomb gets planted quickly. But for now, I'm seeing a different pace here, a different approach for Morning Light. But Jitter gets immediately destroyed. The 1-for-1 trade, not bad. Wrath is wounded, excuse me. And he's going to fall all the way back to the A site. And with that, they will hold the 2-2 setup now. But Rico and Tex have advanced into Waterkeith. This is good. This is a way for them to not feel claustrophobic on the map and on the B side in general. But the problem is Swedish Canadians, if they decide to hit this B site and Vec comes in late from top connector, it could be problematic. But now he's just going to regroup all the way with his team.
Tex towards sandbags. Drops his utility before he dies. Or, well, perhaps pending doom. Still has a smoke. And they heard those bullets. Actually hurting him. They see the blood now. Battery's going to confirm it. As they look to fight towards heaven. Rico coming through. They expect this. One for Rico as he fades away. A 2v2. He's going to throw a bit of a deeper smoke. Perhaps he can run through it and get to short. Wrath makes a move now. 1 seconds of flick over. Can't find the head. Somehow still alive. Things are getting a little crazy, a little wild. Finally, Wolfie will try to plant, and here comes Rico. Back to a flash, finds the planter. Vec alone, they last off towards the ramp, and Wrath will go back to heaven. Wow, this game is just delivering.
Can I just point out something that's driving me insane, Keith? Every time they play water and there's a player sandbag, he keeps jiggling. And when you jiggle in that position, like, your shoulder and your gun stick out like crazy. And your feet get spotted because you're constantly moving around. And it just makes that position so much weaker when they keep being antsy in that position, Keith. But luckily they got saved in that one, Keith. It's 4-4, Swedish Canadians. Money's still in the bank, no problems there. They still have enough money as well that if they can get a bomb plant here, they might be able to front more one more purchase. Nice nade to damage battery early on to punish the fast base here for Swedish Canadians. But the space making begins, Keith. The truck towards long A, 2 players, battery in fact, making space. And Morning Light, I think they're realizing that, okay, we heard them going fast, we heard the flashbangs. They could be long A now. We kind of have to fall back, and they will. And without any sort of pressure onto B, and with Swisher pushed all the way up into water through Monster now, they know that all of B is clear, Keith. This is going to be a 4-man stack on the A site right now.
Oh, this is crazy. So she just has to stay alive. Oh, things are going to get wild here. Wrath posted into the bathroom angle. Rico's going to go ahead and try to get the flower pot. Vec jumps up, catches him. As he tries to push up, Wolfie walks right into Wrath's crosshairs, peeking now into Sands. Can't quite find the second. Still going. The flick onto Austin. Jitter has 2. Wrath may fall, but it's a 1v4 for Joels. He's got one already. 30 seconds. And Swisher has the exits. They're typing to each other, Roy. And I think it's just because everyone's friends with Wolfie, so everyone tries to, you know, it's the friendly banter.
What's the banter looking like these days, Keith? Hit me with it.
What's that?
What's the banter looking like?
Oh, just getting called slow. Because he peeked into Rat's posted up.
I see, I see.
Yeah, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Wolfie just hit him with the I didn't see. Good recovery from Morning Light, though. The pistol saves them. It gives them a little bit of a cushion, but they've really fought back from an economic hellhole, and have made this interesting. Now double ops. This round's huge for the economy and to get 5-5 and put Swedish Canadians in a little bit of the hot seat.
Yeah, agreed. It's so easy to fall into that trap, right? Like, you're just one mistake away, one slip up away from just falling into that hole and just derailing the half, but they've managed to hold on, and they seem to be holding on still into this one. But it seems like Swedish Canadians are done slow footing around the map. They're grouped up in bathrooms now. Oh wait, the bomb is all the way in Monster. That's incredible. He's gonna delay the round by like 20 seconds at least.
This is kind of rough. Jitter. Smoke bathrooms already through. And he's going to be pushed forward. Wrath gets the first. Jitter just going to fight until his death. Claims them nearly all. Exhausted. No armor and gone. AKs retrieved. They hang on to the double op. 4 alive. Trying to build their own bank. Swedish Canadians AKs should be opless. Morning Light. They do strike me as a team that starts slow, but then tend to warm up. I think every time I've watched them, the beginning of the game, it's a little rocky, and then they find themselves right. They need that kick.
So are we talking about Morning Light or Swedish Canadians?
Morning Light.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's where the comms start flowing, right? Like, things start moving. Ideas start happening. Right now, Swedish Canadians went back to the default key. The battery jump spotting on top of the slide, sees nothing peeking over 8. That means we can start to advance. Now, defaulting is usually the go-to, right, for most teams, I would say. I think the problem with defaulting is you really need to be careful when you're up against a double op setup. Because double op setup is like the counter to a default. Like anytime you want to make a peek or trying to gain map control by yourself, like this is typically where you get seriously punished. And that appears to be what Swedish Canadians are doing. Luckily, they have not been met with the op just yet. One is behind the pillars on barrel. The other one is on the A site. 40 seconds left almost. And no decision has been made here by the Swedish Canadians. And now Austin has been double pushed.
Okay, Swisher hangs on, but no, the timing from Vec is just a little too quick for his liking. Tex playing around the pillar, Morning Light starting to shut this down. Put the chain around it, about to put the lock in it. Swedish Canadians. Hang on, Jinner, what a jump spot into a spray. They're trying not to let Wolfie save. 7 seconds. Wolfie's got to get out of here. Put some distance between him and the spam spot. They will save. 7 for Morning Light. Swedish Canadians will have no cash. And 2 players who have to basically double eco. I mean, they do have max loss, so it's a 1-round carryover. Ooh, things are getting interesting because this has been things are getting really crazy.
Oh man, yeah, this is getting very brawly now. It's been brawly CS, like. Oh, day Keith. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, the double nade catches both of the people with guns. That's so unlucky for Swedish Canadians. Jitter gets absolutely sidelined. That's now access to a gun that they did not have before. Swish is only good for 1. That's now 2 guns. They're fully equipped now, Keith. This is a big problem for Morning Light.
Oh my goodness. 2 guns and a little bit of aggression from Morning Light gets turned on. And it's just the double ops now. Even the M4 gets picked up for Joel's. The double ops to work a pick. How do they base their rotates? Rico's going to go down. And Swedish Canadians are all towards Monster. We kind of have the advantage of seeing this. And Morning Light, a good rotate in, but even with 2 ops, you can't play too forward in the site. Having to play reserved. And Austin will come first. Rico just dropped in. So Tex is going to hold the right side pillar. That mid-site smoke's going to make things messy. Can Tex at least get a pick before they get to site? Yes, he can. Austin falls. Vec will plant. Ruby 3, hit the retake button. Vec's trying to back up and live. Rico, as I mentioned, already fell in towards pit. And Vec gets caught. He was essentially doomed as soon as he planted. Here's Joel's in sandbag. He's been getting cleared consistently as Wolfie gets traded. They have kits, just nothing to really cut Joel's off. Gets spotted, though, by Rico. And Rico just holds. Joel's peaks. Morning Light at 8. They double Swedish Canadians score. Swedish Canadians with max loss. Bomb plant. They're coming back. Swinging again. They're back in the fight, Roy. But Morning Light are just looking a tad more clean. Even when they get opening picked on, they still close out the round.
Yeah, I'm almost disappointed that Swedish Canadians did not take the time to go get that other gun that was down in party. That just seemed lazy almost by Austin. Like, he just stayed Monster. Like, he could have easily had just abandoned his position. His teammate was already there. Just go get that gun, secure the round. A round that would have potentially changed the outcome of this half completely, right? Like, why go to the site with a deagle when a gun was down? Now it's going to be Wolfie posted up. Wrath walks it straight into his trap. And that's an opening pick now for the Swedish Canadians. Nothing gained for Morning Light in this process, too. Like, they've abandoned bathrooms. They're now regressing towards long to at least reestablish some sort of information flow. Because as of right now, they're completely blind to what Swedish Canadians are up to.
I think Swisher is going to slowly push Monster. It's worked well in the past. He's peeked into it and face-checked it with a flash, so they have the info, just putting the pieces together now. Jitter. I want him to kind of make some not noise, but necessarily just clear some room towards long. Get some good timing on a bathroom push. He's going to start going now, right when the hit comes out. Keep an eye on him on your map, because the bomb's a last. Timing's going to be awkward. Rico falls. Can Jitter stop the plant? He lets the bomb go to site, and he is just going to wait. He's going to hopefully get a couple as they fall back into him. Tex, that nade will be beautiful. Back down to 42. And oh no, Jitter does get caught, Roy. No success for him. Swisher and Tex are saving. Swedish Canadians. Bomb plant, max loss. Good thing they picked up the round because they can still bounce back. I don't know how Swisher wins that fight. That's gotta ridiculous. Wolfie though, not letting him.
Oh,
escape.
he's trapped now. They know that Swisher's trapped. How much are they willing to lose for this? All right, there it is, clean. Wolfie with 3 kills, a massive 3 kills for him too. Massive opening pick, follow through there on the post plant, and 8-5 now for Morning Light. But their money has come to an end, Key. This is where they can buy. This is their final hoorah. If Swedish Canadians can secure this gun round, wait. Okay, no, they're just evening up the money. Okay. All right, so this is a potential A6 here available for Swedish Canadians. A favorable round, but not guaranteed, considering the fact that Jitter and Wrath both have rifles, as well as the deagles and armor available for the remaining players. Securing this round will at least guarantee 6 on the board here for Swedish Canadians. And they'll ballot it out for the 8-7 or the 9-6 lead. All things considered, this is still like a normal overpass half, I feel, right? Like 8-7s, 9-6s. Those are typical finishes. 10-5s are starting to become less and less common now. Oh, I think they just spotted the bomb. No, they didn't.
Definitely more normal. This round should commence now as flashes come into the B site. Jitter's going to rotate down with the rifle. Swisher, can the M4s lock this down? So far, it's Jitter the only one to find success, and that's, well, because he will be the only one to alongside Wrath. The 2 M4s get to pick a piece, but that is it. Swedish Canadians up to 6. Is it going to be an 8-7, a 9-6? Either way, pretty standard scores. I'd say 8-7 is less standard. 9-6, 10-5, kind of where you normally see it. So Swedish Canadians have really thrown a curveball in the mix. And their buy is certainly superior.
Wolfie. Another opening pick. I feel like we've been saying that more and more in this game, Keith. He is so consistent. And now Morning Light have to make a mid-round decision, and it appears to be that they're going to go for water. This has kind of been the cookie cutter response, right, for Morning Light. Lose a man, catch Rico and Tex in water every time. Now Jitter and Swisher are about to begin advancing to try to set up the crossfire here towards Long A. Jitter spots ahead. Jitter eliminates Vec immediately. Now there has to be a response here from Battery, but I think they're waiting for the flashbang. Here it comes. The flash comes out. The battle here between Battery and Jitter. It's a 1-for-1 trade once again, which evens things up, but with only 50 seconds left on the clock, Morning Light do have to make a decision here, Keith. And I think they're just going to hold their setup towards water. Wisher's up close now in a potential one-and-done position. He's been spotted. He doesn't have a single kill just yet, and he gets pincered in between Austin and Joel's, and that's now access to the A site. The bomb is going to be planted. Nothing can stop that from happening. And as soon as that smoke, they're going to go before the flashbang goes high. They have at least exited the choke point, and they've gone 1-for-1. Tex to clutch it. 1 versus 2.
Not gonna happen. Shut down. 8-7 is where the half will take us, Roy. Both sides looking pretty even, I'd say, across the board. No one really standing out for either squad. I mean, obviously Swisher and Wrath, but it's the 1-2. Looking very similar on Swedish Canadians. And first half, essentially, unless it's a blowout, the first half doesn't really matter as much. So this is a clean slate. The only disadvantage being Morning Light being on the somewhat distant and not the most likable side. A lot of fights early if the CTs decide to play a layered tier system with aggression with fade backs. But there's a lot of ways the CTs can go about it, and some CT sides make your T side brutal to play. Others give you a bit more room, so we shall see what way the Swedish Canadians wish to go.
I've been loving the new approach for a lot of the CT teams right now, which is like heavy connector control. But I'll get to that in a second as Battery's now opened up the route. He's not only that, but he spotted several players in pretty much the entire team, and they know that it's in fact a sight. Battery with a second now on the fadeaway, and the remaining players from Morning Light have opted to push forward, and they that might catch them off guard, or that might be their disaster. Rico's run out of bullets, and that's where the swarm comes in, and Swedish Canadians pick up the equalizing round, 8-8, and an important round to propel them forward here, while denying the bomb plant, which now Morning Light have to decide if they want to force buy with pistols and armor, or if they'll just save for the AKs next round. And it will be the force buy, Keith. They're going to go for the Deagles last second. That gets him armor. That gets him a little bit of utility. I think Tex is saving it for the op.
Ooh, well, Austin's off angle, Roy, should catch Morning Light off guard. Around the corner. 2 for Austin. Easy, just like that. Rico can at least grab the bomb. Austin escapes. Morning Light are being pinched on. They really have no control. Roy. Swisher is going to be able to get Wolfie. Hang on. Swisher gets 2, and with Austin being low, I'd be a little nervous if I was on the Swedish Canadian side. Austin in a weird off angle. Makes noise as he jumps across and runs away. Swisher's attempting to give chase while his teammates come up towards long. And Austin, little does he know, is about to be pinched. And another one for Swisher. That's 3. Don't tell me he finds this rotator.
Dude, that would be insane.
That would be crazy. Battery already at truck. Molly goes deep. Battery through the smoke. Finally, Swisher's dealt with. They allow the plant to come through. Battery pushes close. Rico gone. Spotted Jitter. Well done, Battery, because his teammate was nowhere near. Honestly, I am so surprised he was even that far out without his teammate being there.
Yeah, I guess they kind of had to, right? But Battery, he's had a pretty quiet first half, but he's gotten 5 kills in 2 rounds on the CT side. More than doubling his score, Keith. Now, Morning Light, the bomb plant is there. If they really wanted to force buy right here, but now they're going to go for the safe route. It's going to be Deagles. It's going to be some armor. And by some, I mean everyone on armor. Head armor for no one. Smoke for Rico. And it will be the 4-man train walking slowly. The slowest train you've ever seen, Keith, as it makes its way over to the A site.
I prefer the crouching Glock burst trains, but this will do. Not the same, but I'm willing to let that go, I guess. Working their way around. There is the front bathrooms and Tex. Opening one. They have 3 players here to do exchange, and they're getting picked apart. Austin on 15 does a good job of at least getting 2, but the other players banged out as soon as they peek around. Battery hoping to be given a free kill on the re-entry, but no, Tex gonna find his 3rd. Knowles has no right sticking around, and he knows this. He's hopping out of there.
Wow.
Even hit a little bit of a b-hop.
What a loss right there for Swedish Canadians. They needed that round to break double digits and buy themselves a comfortable lead as well as some economy moving forward, but instead they get shut down by Tex almost single-handedly with the 3 kills with the Deagle, Keith. Actually, 2 with the Deagle, 1 with the FAMAS, but wow, that's insane. Now the economy here for Swedish Canadians is double reset. They're going to have this M4. They're probably going to force buy in this next round. If they can't secure the force, they'll give away 2 to Morning Light. That will be the 11 rounds for them, and as well as the economy booming right now. Look at their money, dude. This is even after this double eco potential.
Yeah, they're kind of well off, aren't they? Swedish Canadians lose this. Keep in mind, both teams are on $1,900 loss. So either way you slice it, it's kind of like a round win from Morning Light. Either they win and they break Swedish Canadians who have to take a full save, or they lose and keep it close and get another good buy and another opportunity to just break Swedish Canadians. So Swedish Canadians got to win this and string another one together. Otherwise, Morning Light are going to pull ahead round-wise, economy-wise, and much more. Battery caught in water, trying to get towards the door to maybe make some noise. As Wrath will grab the bomb, and they look to group. And they may just be coming back depending on Jitter's success. And his AK does find Joel's 2 HP. He gets downgraded to FAMAS. It's kind of a shame, but he's going to go in first, and he dies. In fact, he gets shot in the back for all of his efforts. His reward is a bullet in the back, Roy.
Wait a second. Oh, I felt it for a second there from Wolfie. He gets one. If he got Rico, that would have been massive. But nah, I think with that kill, the round is pretty much solidified. Vec is so far removed from this scenario. It is Morning Light now, finding 10.
Ooh. Man, oh man. They're giving it to Wolfie, saying, no way you hit that shot, as if. Wolfie, being the humble man he is, Roy just says, I barely saw your head. Tex says he only saw his hairline. And now the insults of exchanging haircuts and how they each have a bowl cut, Roy. You know how this goes. You've been very close to bowl cut insults yourself.
Have I, Keith?
Actually, I don't think you've ever had a bowl cut in your life.
No, my brother's had a bowl cut, though, and he still has not lived it down till this day.
It is what it is. You
Yeah.
gotta let him have it.
It is what it is.
Well, Vec just with a UMP, Roy, not the greatest of looks. Unless you're Asu and can actually rock a bowl cut, you're in trouble this round. And unless Vec can ace with that UMP, which I wouldn't put it past him, but I don't like his odds. I'll be real.
I like real, Keith. Oh, someone just touched the Molotov. They know that someone's in the bathroom, Keith.
That they do. And they're holding. They're chilling. Minute on the clock. They actually gift to kill it a
Really?
battery.
That's not checked.
Don't tell me he gets 2 of this. Yeah. That's kind of crazy, though. The stack at long bathroom, because Jitter sees them both. Wow, he should have been dead. Let's be real. I'm surprised Jitter's alive. Zach rotates up with perhaps a glimmer of hope. A glinter. You know that thing in the eye? That little shiny thing? What am I trying to say? Glimpse, glimmer?
A glimmer in the eye?
Yeah. Is that what I'm saying? I don't know.
Did you just have a stroke?
I think I did. Hang on. I can raise both arms.
Alright, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
I think I should seek attention, though, after, because I don't know what's going on with my language lately.
English is hard, man. English is hard. A glimter. I think he said glimter at one point.
I don't know what's happening.
Alright, well, enough with that. Let's get back into the action, as Swedish Canadians have now funded themselves another purchase with only a single kit in the hands of Jules. And they're playing a little bit more standard than I was expecting, to be honest, from the Swedish Canadians. But I guess when you're down by 2 rounds and your money is rough, you probably can't justify crazy risks or aggression. Can't blame them.
Yeah, Rico lining up a smoke here. It's going to be the lurk smoke towards long A, I believe. Has a gap, trying to help out Mac. That gets 1, immediately traded towards long, but Swedish Canadians have 3 players here, and Morning Light know this now. Trading up the long player, hearing the op and M4 spray on site. They don't know if anyone's pushed through. Is anyone making some noise? That's why they send Swisher. He is the distraction. And Battery gets the bomb, the worst thing that could have happened.
And
Wolfie
follow
finds
through
Swisher
too.
now. Yeah, just Wrath in a 1v3. Again, don't put it past him. But he takes damage. Now he has to begin to Joel's.
Now he
20
has to
second-
commit to
yeah,
the B side.
Exactly.
This is where they have him kind of like figured out. Like they know his only card in his hand is to go B. They just have to play it out well. Goals is inside the pit. I'm not sure if he was spotted earlier. Playing with his food before he takes it, but bomb plant is denied. Round is secured. Nice round there by Wolfie, as well as Battery to find that bomb outside of Monster. And we are now on 11-10, Keith. The continuous battle for the lead between this in this matchup has been insane. Now the economy for Morning Light is still good. They still have the full buy. They might even... I don't think they're going to front one more purchase here in this next round, but who knows? Who really knows? For now, it's going to be finally a different look here for Swedish Canadians, although the Molotov denies the aggressive play for Wolfie. At least there was an attempt. But now it's back to the bathroom stack. No eyes on long. They can only hold the setup for maybe 15 more seconds before they have to realize that this is problematic. But now the smokes, flashbangs, and Molotovs raining from the sky towards the B side is a massive indicator that this is in fact ending B key.
Oh, and it's so far so good for Swedish Canadians, but Rico Wrath 4 and 2 HP, 5 together. They have to bait nades out, use some of their own. Batteries coming forward through the molly. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just HP bullied. 11-11. Money still there for Morning Light. Wrath can drop. They can buy. I imagine Wrath drops text. I don't know if he can afford to. Should still be a buy. Everything's fine. There we are. A deagle for Swisher. But he hasn't had a problem with that, honestly. He's been pretty good with it.
Okay. Beck. Keith, I have a question for you. Would you rather take 2 Galils and an AK, or 2 AKs and a Deagle?
2 AKs and a deagle.
You'd go with the 2 AKs and a Deagle over the
Yeah,
double
yeah, yeah.
Galils and single AK.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was just playing the scenario out of my head because Rat
I'm
could have
also
dropped
assuming-
double Galils and bought himself an AK.
Yeah, but I'm also assuming the player that's only getting the deagle has utility, which he did, right?
No, he did not get
No.
utility. I think he got like one
Yeah,
other piece.
I guess that depends on the team and if they actually like the Galil, because some people just hate it.
That's true. Now, it's going to be the B play here for Morning Light. There's no presence. There's no pressure on the A site, but this off-time peek from Swisher might have actually just opened that up and allowed Tex to follow through as well. And things, once again, for Swedish Canadians are unfolded terribly. Wolfie trying to find the miracle of a shot through the smoke, but I think it's Swedish Canadians now backing out. They're not liking their chances, and their economy is not really affording them the opportunity to attempt this keep. So it will be Swedish Canadians now forfeiting the round, and Morning Light have taken the lead once again. This battle will be never-ending, Keith.
I guess not. 2 rounds in a row for Swedish Canadians. Keep in mind that resets their loss bonus, while Morning Light have built up, well, haven't built up an economy yet, though. As soon as this round ends, they'll have something. Swedish Canadians, they'll have cash, so we're going to have another back-to-back buy round, Roy. Beck can drop, Wolf can drop. I imagine that's the play. In fact, Twister even gets an AK over the deal. So this next round kind of, honestly, if Morning Light loses, I don't know. Their buy, their money's going to be in a weird spot. I think this round kind of determines who's going to get that cushion, right? Is Morning Light going to pull ahead and get to 13, 14 perhaps? Or is Swedish Canadians going to close the gap and get to 13 and force Morning Light to a half buy? It really depends who's going to get a little bit of cushion under their pushing, Roy.
Remember when we were watching Chaos and they were doing a lot of like the blow open door setups on the CT side where they're having crossfires with water players as well as connector players? Like, those setups to me are so strong and incredibly difficult to deal with. And I'm curious as to why neither of these teams have even attempted those kind of setups and strats on the CT side. It's been so standard and stagnant for both of these guys on that CT side. Right now, it is Morning Light looking to take away water control. Jules is holding his position. A1S is not the best of guns for that kind of engagement, but he does manage at least one kill and opens up the trade for Battery, who have went 2 for 1 with a double man advantage now. 40 seconds left on the clock. Bomb is committed towards outside of Monster. Wrath is going to have to now make his way over as well. And Swedish Canadians have put themselves in a pretty good spot to tie the game back up, Keith.
Ooh, Austin dig through the pillar. Wrath in a clutch situation. Don't put it past him. 18 seconds. Bomb's reachable. Wolfie holds a sight cross, though. Everything is okay. 12, Roy. I said Morning Light wouldn't be able to squeak a bye together, but looking at Switch, who has to double eco almost anyway. Jitter can get an AK. Rico can get a pistol. I was kind of justifying in my mind, but I'm happy they're not, because clearly they have more restraint than I.
I had to get my charger, Keith. My phone was dying. And I can't read chat without that. Beck. Jitter. Beck will go for the second as well. Wrath looking for the trade. Not successful. Ooh, Hofe almost hits a collateral. And he might give away the top. But Beck had the bomb. He gave that up as well. Tex now in a bit of a sandwich here between CT players. And it is once again another brawl towards bathrooms this time.
I really want Tex. Yeah, I kind of want Tex to throw the op out. I don't know if that's fair for me to say. Now that you've missed that shot, honestly, you kind of concede the round and think long term. Swedish Canadians are nowhere near affording an op. I'm assuming they know their money is in shambles. Both teams are very close to similar positions. I don't know. I'm all down for having faith.
But they have armor.
But that's the thing too, right? That's kind of what's probably keeping him hanging on to it. It's not like it was a full save.
Oh, Jules is hearing this now. He's gonna be back to the other side of the barrels. Beck will clean up. I see what you're saying, though. It's definitely an option. I just would have liked to. I don't know why these players are not fighting for the guns. Like you have an op. Text it easily. Post on the site. One of you walk up, just grab the gun, and go. Now you have two. Now you have a rifle and an op to contest a 2v3 versus a deagle and an op. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This is the second time I've seen that, and it's just picking at me, Keith. But let it be. It's going to be Morning Light looking to switch up the pace. Wolfie spotted several players now on the chase as he looks to make space quickly on the B site, Keith. Devine nades, Devine Molotov. The flashbangs have kept him at bay. Jules is also behind the sandbag, and he might find himself a kill. He does. Wolfie with one, Battery with another, and Joel to follow up with a second kill. And Swedish Canadians have now gotten themselves a pretty comfortable lead. Morning Light, Keith. They have no money. They cannot follow through with a buy right here. They might have to concede the 15th here on the board for Swedish Canadians, as their money is looking in good shape now.
It's the only thing they can do is to just half buy. They cannot commit, give up 15. I mean, not necessarily literally give up 15, but give up the rifle chase. Go down to the pistols. Quick shot from Wolfie. He has been impressive all game long. He's supporting rifle players who are getting swarmed. He goes to the pistol, and Wrath gets 2 with the MAC-10. 12 and 42 HP. They have an op. They have full rifles for everybody now. So hold the phone. Battery's flanking. They're both playing solo. This can get so hairy. And they find the site player. It's all on Battery's long flank. And that's bomb. Can he get a flash and reposition? No, the bomb gets picked up. Rico pieces out. Battery, can he catch someone on the jump up? Just misses his timing, and they're going to go to B too. Insult to injury.
How does this keep happening, Keith?
Pistols are like the worst nemesis of Swedish Canadians, I feel.
Oh, Battery just missed the timing on potentially eliminating Rico out of this scenario as well. Now things get... Oh, I think Shoulder has been spotted, and one gun is better than the other, and the other one is a one-shot weapon, and Rico will secure the round. And once again, Swedish Canadians have made this game incredibly difficult for themselves, Keith. They just don't want the winning condition. They don't want the easy way out of this one. 14, 13, the match is getting hot, and all the bettors are sweating, Keith.
Not my money, not this round. Gaben, please bless me, for I am upside down, Roy. A little bit of rhymes from your boy, Rico. Careful. There's a peek in the ground. That's a fact. And I thought they traded, which I haven't seen in ages. But no, there was a trade. Austin on 3 HP. As Jitter comes in through water. What a crazy way to start the round. I think it almost benefits Swedish Canadians. Have off-timing pushes, but Jitter catches Battery. Slaps him down into the next round. Jitter's been getting those silent but deadly frags.
Oh no. That's so unfortunate. I wonder if Wolfie was communicating like, dude, I don't see anything on A. Like I just cleared playground, I just cleared party, I still have control, there's no one fountain, no one is top connector fighting me. Like this is clearly a B hit. And I'm not sure if Joel's was thinking, okay, I'm gonna peek and see what happens, maybe catch a 1v1, maybe catch them both off guard here with the swing. But I feel like him making himself easy to kill in that scenario actually worked unfavorably with now Wolfie having to clutch this. The 1 versus 2, he's on the pursuit, their money is extremely limited, and this M4 is gonna be worth tenfolds in the next round. And once again, Morning Light have kept this game neck to neck, 14-14 now. But Swedish Canadians, Keith, they're in such a tough spot. They might have to themselves concede the 15th round here.
They may need to. This is getting a little freaky. Swedish Canadians, what do? Yeah, they have to. They're kind of pulling a Morning Light. We're like, all right, we'll give it up, buy a couple pistols, and I don't know, maybe we'll pick one up. But Morning Light, their pistols give them a little bit of light, a little bit of life, a little bit of fight left in them. 14-14. Whoever wins this, obviously, will be set up for 15. Morning Light, when they do it without giving any guns up. Save, frag out with. Battery doing it with a USP. And he forces them off the angle. The dink. It's amazing going to dink and making yourself... It's kind of like bear theory, Roy. You're supposed to make yourself look big in front of a bear. It's kind of what Battery just did. He puffed his chest up. Just screamed really loud. And they backed up. See, it does work.
That only works against black bears, Keith. Polar bears, they don't care about that. They'll just eat you.
No, polar bears are freaks, and if you've gotten yourself in a situation where a polar bear is 10 feet from you, I think you've messed up a couple more times before you've gotten to that situation. Or you have a really cool story to back it up. Either way, Roy, who am I to judge?
Up close, personal, a good position to be in with a 5-7 as he looks for any sort of advantage here. The flashbang comes out. It's good enough to flash the Wrath, but not good enough to flash the player behind. But Wolfie now with the AK-47 as well as Austin's skill has potentially swung this round into a loop. Austin stuck on the left side. He's getting antsy. He's going to go for the peek. He actually manages to dink Swisher in the process. All Battery has to do is land one shot on each player, Keith. That's it.
Yeah. They have to commit to it, too. He finds the back player. Jitter's low, 16 HP. Can Swedish Canadians do it? Steal it. Jitter trying to find the shot. Battery's playing with the head angle.
15 seconds. You can't even fall back.
He's got to come short. No way Battery buys this. Yeah, he can just hold ramp or hide in pit. Jitter has to come back out. Battery's just repositioned. Jitter fakes. Battery wins it. 15 for Swedish Canadians. They do it on one saved rifle and barely anything, Roy.
Oh my god. These guys do not like winning, Keith. They are they are making this so hard for themselves. Luckily for Morning Light, they at least have some money left over in this entire process. But unfortunately, Swisher does not have health. considering he just ate 2 nades in the beginning of the round, down to 50 HP already. Swedish Canadians have put themselves in, I feel like I've said that multiple times, a good position right now, right? You have guns, you have utility, you have kits, you have op, you have Beck, who's now going to find an opener onto Swisher and eliminates that early pressure on long A. The flashbang, he did not get info off that. I was going to say, he's going to get info off that flashbang, but he does not peek or get info. So they're still a little blind as to what Morning Light's up to. But Joel is peeking into water, so they've at least recovered that.
Man advantage for Swedish Canadians. Morning Light creeping, crawling, with the morning dew under their feet as they work in towards bathrooms. Swedish Canadians have cheated an extra player up there. 40 seconds, and Joel's is going to flash clear Monster. So this justifies and keeps Austin up here towards truck. Morning Light, though, have just crept back in towards water. They're going to get here right when that last short smoke fades, and they've used their flash on Monster. Now the XP's coming out. Austin's trying to haul it. Get back here. Joel's is able to get 1, make it 2 for the man. Can the other CT here get a kill? Battery, of course. He's good for it. Wrath alone, and that's that. Swedish Canadians on the back of the pistols with the 1 rifle pull it back to reality. They maintain, and to me, the non-favorite pull it out. But man, I am done doubting these boys.
Yeah, I'm sweating is what I'm doing, Keith. That, it was a neck to neck. I mean, that's probably the most errors I've seen in one game probably in a while. But at the same time, we talked about this beforehand, right? We almost gave the viewers a heads up. Like, these are new rosters that have just been put together. Like,
yeah.
Scavenged in some ways, right? Like, these are players that have been scattered across the scene, picked up into one team. Hey, you want to play? Sure, let's get it, right? Luckily for Swedish Canadians, they're starting to get their act together. They secure the dub, 16-14, tight, but a dub nonetheless, and they move on to the 2-1 pool. Morning Light, they go into the 1-2 pool, where there are many other champions there waiting to eliminate them or be eliminated by Morning Light. We'll see next week. For now, the second match is over, and we will be moving on to the final matchup that's coming up here shortly. I think we're already past the starting time for that one. So we are going to cut to a quick short break. If you're in here right now and you've enjoyed the content, you're here for the ride, please do follow our socials, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, as well as follow this man down here. His ads below. Mine is right here as well, and our producer, observer, Melanie, behind the scenes. We will be back soon. Don't go anywhere, and the action is most definitely coming.